Welcome, friends. Today we're going to do a little walk and tone using a booty band. Okay, now if you don't have a band, no worries, you can do the workout without it. But they are a really inexpensive exercise tool. You can get a set of these for less than $10. I got mine on Amazon. So it's worth the investment and it'll give you a little extra toning if you do have one. I'm going light today just because this is a walk and then toning intervals. And I just don't want, you know, to overdo the resistance. All right, we're going to start off without the band for a little warm up. Just a little note in today's workout, couple of the toning intervals we'll be working also just a teeny bit on balance. So if you want to do the workout next to a wall or bring a chair nearby for a little bit of help with your balance, go ahead and get that set up as well. All right, we're going to take a breath in. Exhale down. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're going to go right into a little step touch, take it right and left. Okay, so with our booty band, we're going to feel a lot around the hips. So we really want to warm up in all directions here. And press out. Maybe roll the shoulders here a little bit. Okay, we're really focusing on lower body today, not upper body, but get to warm up everything. And back to our march. And maybe a few little taps back, warm up the back side as well. All right, we're going to get ready for our first walking interval. So I'm going to go ahead and put my band on. Okay, step into it, both sides. Okay, this might also be a place you could use that chair or the wall to get the band on. We want it up over the knees. How far up is totally up to you. Higher up it's going to go, more resistance. And we're going to start off here with our first walking interval. So we're going to just do a march in place. Okay, now what the band is doing here is with each little lift, we're feeling just a little bit of work in the hip flexors. Your hip flexors tend to be tight, but rather weak. Okay, so for anyone who spends a lot of their day just sitting, those hip flexors tend to get stuck in this really short position. They get really tight, but tight doesn't necessarily mean strong. Okay, so really important to work those hip flexors and get them stronger. Okay, march in place. We're feeling most of that band on our front side. We've got about 30 seconds to go here. And then we're going to go into our first toning interval. So our walking intervals are going to be a minute and a half. Our toning intervals are going to be just 1 minute. Okay, 15 seconds coming up here. Our first toning interval is going to be doing just some basic squats. 3, 2, 1. Now you want to take your feet out wide enough that you feel the resistance here. And then we're just going to go down and up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 minute of squats. Squeeze at the top. Okay, if you're not feeling it, you either need to go with a heavier band or you need to walk your feet out a little bit farther. 20 seconds to go. 10 seconds. I think we can get a few more in here. And last squat. Okay, for our next walking interval, we're going to come forward and back. Up, up, back, back. Up, up, back, back. So by taking the movement forward and back, now we can tone front and back side. Up, up, back, back. This interval, we're going to let our right foot lead. Okay, no worries. Next interval, when we do this again, we're just going to switch over and let the left foot take the lead. Always trying to balance everything out. Up, up, back, back, up, back, back. Again, if you're not feeling it with the band, if you're using it, you can take bigger steps. Or again, always the option to up the resistance. I'm using light though, and I'm feeling it just fine. Okay, 30 seconds to go. We're going to start thinking about our next toning interval. We're going to do squats again. This time, we're going to stand in the middle, and we're going to do squats out side to side. Up, up, back, back, up, back, back. 5 seconds to go here. One more, up and back, feet together, and we squat right and left, right and left. Remember to keep good form. Don't go so fast that you're rushing it and using bad form. Use your breath. We got 20 seconds left here. And then remember, for that next cardio interval, we are still doing that up, up, back, back, but we're going to let our left foot take the lead. Okay, one more squat over here. And then our left foot, up, up, back, back, up, back, back. Remember to take big enough steps that you can feel the resistance with that band, but not so much that you would feel pain in your knees or hips. Okay, 30 seconds down here. We have 1 more minute to go. And you can pump your arms into this if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit higher. Okay, 30 seconds. So again, starting to think ahead to our toning interval. We're going to take feet hips distance apart or a little bit closer. We're going to sink down like we were doing a little mini squat. And then with just the right leg, we're going to take little taps out to the side, working against the resistance of our band. One more time, up and back. Okay, and then we sink down. Feet are somewhat close together. Right side only. We tap out and in. Tap out. Tap in. The lower you are here, the more you're going to feel it. So even though one side is moving, you're going to feel it in both hips. So your standing leg is supporting most of your weight. Even though it's not moving, it's working just as hard, if not harder, than the leg that is moving. We press. Press. Remember, coming out wide enough, you can really feel that squeeze against the band, but not so far out that you're torquing either the knee or the hip. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. One more. Okay, then we're going to take. All right, so this cardio interval, we're going to march forward on the right, forward on the left, right, and left, right and left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Tap, tap. Halfway there. 30 seconds to go. Last 15 seconds. Okay, and for next toning interval, we're going to do the opposite side of what we did last time, of course. Last one. Hold it here. We sink down low, taps out wide. Out, in, out, in. Remember, lower you are, the more work it is. Press, press. Okay, so what we're working here is these outer hips. Okay, and the reason we do that is those muscles are super important to prevent falls. So normally, people don't fall forward. They fall either when they're turning or to their backside. Okay, and the reason they do that is because those muscles tend to be weaker. We practice them less, and so we don't have the strength to support ourselves when we start to lose our balance here. So here, we're strengthening this so that if we were to start to fall to the side, this muscle is strong enough to support us. Okay, and then we're going to go right into step touches. Okay, so reinforcing that work we just did in the hips. Squeezing side to side. Okay, and add arms here if you want to get the heart rate up a little bit more. Still staying low impact though. Okay, we're going to stay here one more minute. And then with our next toning interval, we're going to focus a little more on the backside. Okay, so very similar to the move we just did with toning, except instead of pressing out wide, we're going to do taps back behind us. Okay, so we are going to concentrate on the right side first, and then the interval after that, we'll focus on the left side. "15 seconds." Can really feel it in those hips. And last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come into the center, and we're going to reach back. Reach back. Okay, so you can tap your toes behind you, extend, squeezing into your glute. Reach, reach. 30 seconds to go. Oh, can really feel these, especially all that work in the hips. 15 seconds. Okay, and in our next cardio interval, we're just going to come back to the march in place. One more. Extend. And 1.5 minute march in place here. Okay, you're nice and warm now. So as big a range of motion here as you're comfortable with. Doing good, everybody. Remember, get water when you need it. Okay, and of course, our next toning interval, when it comes up, we're going to do those touches to the backside on the left this time. One more minute here. Okay, and I'm just going to march over to my water bottle, get a little sip here. Okay, we've got 30 seconds left on our march. Ten seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we squeeze back. Squeeze back. Okay, if you want it to be a little more work, get a little bit low with that standing leg. Squeeze. Squeeze. Really press against the band. Squeeze. Squeeze. 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. Okay, and then we're coming right back to our march. March in place. Last one. March in place. All right, next interval that comes up, we're going to do the backside again because, like I said, backside tends to be weaker. This time we're going to focus a little bit more on the hamstring. So for this one, you may need that chair or that wall to help with your balance. Okay, so make sure it's nearby. Okay, and once again, we're going to do an interval where we work one side, and then we'll take the next interval and we'll work the other side. Just about 30 seconds left here. And 15 seconds. Okay, remember, pump the arms if you really want to get the heart rate up higher. Okay, but mostly we're focused on the toning today. All right, get ready. We're going to work that right side, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm going to do. I am going to take my knee, bend it 90 degrees, and then I'm going to press back, press and squeeze. Okay, so this is going to require balance. Squeeze, squeeze, just back far enough that you feel that press against the resistance band. Squeeze, squeeze. 30 seconds to go. Okay, so hamstrings are another one of those muscles that can be tight and still be weak. Okay, so we really want to strengthen it, especially for stabilizing the knee. 2 more. And then back to those steps, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, right side. Up, up, back, back, up, One more minute. Just 30 seconds. Five seconds to go. Okay, and get ready to work that opposite hamstring. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side again. Bend the knee, press back, squeeze, squeeze. We're about halfway there. 10 seconds. Whoops. Trying to look at the timer. 5. One more squeeze. Perfect. All right. Cardio. Left foot leads. Up, up, back, back. Okay, next toning interval. Going to require a little bit of balance again. Okay, so if you were near that chair or the wall, stay there. And we've worked around the hips. So when it comes to our next toning interval, we're going to shoot for those inner thighs. Just 30 seconds to go. Okay, again, we're going to be working the right side first. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, right side, we're going to sweep across, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Again, trying to lift against the resistance of your band. Okay, so this might be one, if you're not feeling it, maybe take that band down a little bit lower or increase the resistance. 30 seconds. Lift, lift. Okay, next walking interval is going to be step touch, side to side. One more inner thigh lift. And then step touch. Remember to add arms if you want a little more intensity. And of course, our next interval, inner thigh again. We're going to work the left side. 30 minutes is all you need with these bands. I'm so feeling it in my hips. 45 seconds. And 30 seconds to go here. Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Sweep across and lift. Lift. Squeeze. Squeeze. Lift. Lift. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. One more here. And that was our last toning interval. So you can go ahead, slide that band off if you were using it today. Okay, set it aside. And we're going to do a little cool down. So back to that step touch. How light and airy that feels without the band. And then little heel digs in front. And then cross those heels. So when we do that, we get a little length in through those hips, which we just worked so hard. Mini stretch there. And march. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Okay, we can't leave today without stretching out those hips because they worked really hard. Probably a little tight right now. So you're going to cross one foot over the other. You can cross down low. You can cross up high. It's going to require a little balance. So I suggest bringing a chair or place your hand on the wall nearby, sink down into your hip. And if this is just too intense to do standing, just do it seated in a chair. It's going to look the same, just crossing one leg over the other. Hold it there. Should feel super good. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Cross low, cross high, whatever feels good. Sink down into that hip. Breathe. And then release the stretch. Breathe up and exhale down. Nice work. You did it. I hope you feel nice and toned. Got a great workout today and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching, everybody.